friends, ERIKATESLA here. Welcome back to my channel. It's so good to be here with you. It's great to be filming something for the first time in about a week or two now. As you guys know, I do my best to get some content out for you guys fairly regularly, but this past week my family and I were on break. My boys had a midwinter break and we decided to get out of Maryland, get a little bit of sun and warmth, and you guys, it felt really good. So we are back and I just wanted to share with you a palette that I picked up, or ordered rather, just before our trip. It came and I had time to do swatches, but I didn't really get a chance to do a look with it. So I'm going to show you how I did this look today. Let's take a look at the Lovers palette from Cosmic Beauty. This is their latest launch. It's so beautiful. This color story is right up my alley, guys, and I am just really happy to have picked this one up. So we're going to get into it. Today we're going to keep the show going and I'm going to show you some swatches and chat with you guys about this particular palette. I'm gonna get into a little bit of information about this palette. This again is the Lovers palette. It is the newest release from Cosmic Beauty, also known as Cosmic Brushes. It's a UK based brand. The palette retails for $34 US. You do have to pay shipping, guys, so it ends up being a little bit more money unless you add on some other products. So it's, I think, 150 pounds for free shipping. This palette on its own retails for $34, but you can use a creator code. I don't have a code, but I used my friend Karen Harris's code. It's KHMAKEUP, and that saved me 10% on my purchase, and shipping was $13. After shipping, guys, it does come out to just under $50 for this palette, but I have really been a big fan of the Cosmic Beauty brand. I have been enjoying their formulas, their color stories, so I think it really just comes down to what you value in terms of a makeup product, but I've been really enjoying the quality of the indie brands out there lately, and Cosmic Brushes is no exception. So to me, I would say, you know, $47, it's pretty much in the range of a lot of other indie brands, if not less actually, even after the shipping cost, because some of these special formulas, duochromes, things like that, tend to be a little bit more expensive. And you know, honestly, it's coming from far away, so I can understand that. So that's really just a judgment call for you if you think it's worth the value. But I would say make sure you use a content creator code. There's plenty of them out there. Like I said, I used Karen's code for this palette and saved a little bit of money, and I'm really glad that I did. So with that being said, I'm going to pop up some swatches of the palette for you guys so that you can see these colors for yourself a little bit more up close, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about each section, if you will, of the palette. So there are 20 shades in the palette, and within this color story, in the totality of this color story, there's a few ways that you can look at the palette. So you have basically, I would say initially you look at it and you see two sides to the palette. You see the kind of more rosy warm tones, and then you see these cooler blue jewel tone shades. But then within the matrix, if you will, of this palette, the way that I really look at this color story is that you kind of have like 5 different mini palettes or mini color stories within the palette. So we've got this section here gives you this rosy color story, kind of rosy purpley colors, which is what I have on my eyes right now. Then we have these 5 shades here that are more neutral. I would say they're kind of like warm neutral colors. Then we have a greenish color story in this section here, and then we have a bluish cool tone smoky color story situation happening here. So I really like that within the palette you've got several color story options. It really makes it easy to figure out what kind of look you want to go for, and naturally, if you want to, you can mix these up. There are no rules in terms of color choice, color placement. It's really what you enjoy, what you like. But I love that for someone who maybe is just looking for something really easy. They make it easy for you. So you can do this in quints, quads, you can do a 2 and 3 look, or even a 1 and done look. So I really think for the price point, the quality, you're getting a really lovely value in this palette. So with that being said, I'm going to get into the look that I did for this video for you guys, and then I'm going to come back and share some initial thoughts on this palette. And then if you stay till the end, there's something fun. There's something fun. So stick around and I will see you at the other side of my editing. So I'm going for something that kind of goes with my lavendery lilac top today. So I'm thinking about staying in this like pinky purpley region. So I'm going to start with the shade Unconditional. And guys, I'm just using this ancient Huda Beauty brush that came out with one of her palettes. I think it was like the, which one was it? It was her palette that was like, I can't remember. It's like one of the pastel ones. I'll remember the name of it. But this was a brush that came out with a Huda collection. So I'm going in with the shade Unconditional. And I like going into this part of my lid with lighter colors. As I've shared before, I have my eyes are a little bit deeper set in this area. And what I've noticed is when I go in really deep, or I don't put in some kind of highlighter shade, it seems to close my eyes off a little bit. And just excuse my stray hairs, but this palette is really pretty, guys. I ordered this either the day or the day after it launched, and I was really looking forward to it. Okay, so I'm going to go into the shade Attraction here, and I'm going in with on the fluffier side of this brush. So this is a dual-ended brush, and I'm just going to go into the rest of the crease with this mid-tone shade. It's like a soft mauve-y pinky shade, and I've been enjoying the Cosmic Beauty formula a lot. I was so excited to see this. I think this is such a great color story for spring and those Valentine's looks. And so as you can see, I'm just bringing the color around to the outer part of my lid, and it's blending really well, guys. It's blending really, really nicely, which is not any surprise. And I didn't really do anything special to prep my eyes. I woke up really early this morning, and all I did was put on some concealer on the lid just to kind of wake my eyes up a little bit before I took my kids to school. So usually that tends to work pretty well for me in terms of longevity for my eye looks. The next thing that I want to do, guys, I'm gonna go in with the deepest shade in this little color family here, the shade Harmony. And I'm just going in on the other side of this brush, and I'm tapping that in because I have a little bit of wrinkliness and texture on my lids. And so I tap the color in and kind of get it into the little folds of the skin so that I can make sure the whole area that I want to have color is covered. And a lot of you who are watching my channel, I'm sure can appreciate that over time, the eyelid skin is a little less taut and smooth. And so it just requires a little extra work and adjustment. And I've never really had hooded lids before, but I have noticed that as I've gotten older, like I do have more creasing and folds coming over. So sometimes when I'm doing my eyeliner, and I'm just going back in with the other side of this brush and blending this out, I've noticed I've had to adjust how I apply my liquid eyeliner, guys. It used to be very easy for me to do a winged eyeliner situation and just, you know, go on my merry way, but it's taken me a little bit more time these days. I've had to adjust my strategy with that. This color is really adhering to the lid. I'm trying to just blend this out a little bit, and I'll probably go back in to add a little bit more color since I'm blending this out. But I've laid the base to make sure that it gets in there, and it's in there. It is in there. So this shade Harmony, again, going back in there and just re-upping on this shade since I've blended it and kind of, I don't want to say washed away the color, but I've kind of muted the color a little bit with the blending. But I'd rather go in with the layers and just kind of build it up to what I want it to be. So instead of just leaving it as a wash, I do want to try to get some depth going there. So I'm going to go in another round, and you can see that I'm tapping this on and kind of swirling it in there, trying to create some depth here. So I've been trying to keep my lids more moisturized. I mentioned, I think in one of my last videos, like my eyelids get really dry in the winter time, and one of you suggested the humidifier, and I think you guys are so right, because I struggle in the winter time keeping my skin just generally moisturized. And I don't know why I got out of the habit of using my humidifier, but I have a little one that I keep by my bed. In any case, let's see. I'm pulling out some other brushes here, my friends. Okay, so let's see that. I've used the 3 matte shades in this color story here, and I probably will go in to the lower lash line, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Attraction here and do the lower lash line as well. And I'm gonna come down a little bit further with this because this is a lighter color, so I don't feel like it's gonna give me I don't think it's gonna make my eyes look too dark, because I am planning to wear this as a daytime look today. But I love this color story. I really like how this palette is arranged into distinct color families. So even though obviously you have like a more like kind of pinky warmy side and a cool tone side, within that you basically have 4 color stories to pull from. And when I was swatching this, I just really got a lot of ideas for how I could use this palette. And of course you can always mix and match the shades. I love it when brands are like, the possibilities are endless for palettes. And I think that's true for just about every color story, right? It's just up to you and your imagination and how you envision your looks. So I've sufficiently colored my under eye creases. I'm gonna go in with the shade Harmony, and I'm gonna start out here on the outer part of the lid and pull it in. Again, I just like to keep this area as bright as possible so I don't look so tired. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna start on the outer third to half of the lid and just pull the color in without adding more color. I'm just going to continuously swipe it across the bottom lid here. And I am gonna line this because I think when I line in the waterline, it does give me some more cohesiveness to the look. I mean, there's nothing wrong with leaving it unfinished, of course, but I think it'll just really pull the look together. So at some point, I will be bringing some color to the waterline. But for now, I feel pretty good about this situation here. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of Harmony. I really want to keep that as deep as possible, but I think I've set a really good base layer so that the part that's already blended gives me that diffuse daytime smoke that I'm looking for. So I want the diffuseness and the depth of this color. And I'm going to go back in on the other side here and just blend a little bit more on the outer edges of this look, just to give it a little bit more seamlessness. But you know, you have to be patient with yourself again when you have this eyelid texture. I think color still looks amazing. I love how a lot of people are advocating for a 2016 eye look return because I love colorful eyeshadows. I've never really stopped wearing colorful eyeshadows, to be honest with you. I do think a neutral look is obviously quicker sometimes to pull off, because with colorful looks, I think placement is really important, and you know, and that sometimes can take a little bit more time. I think neutrals are always a good and easy choice, but if you really like the colors, I think you should be able to wear those too and feel really good about it. There's a couple of shimmers here, and I'm gonna use both of them. So we have the shade Choices here, which is like this deeper purple shimmer, and I'm gonna go in with my Singe E01 brush, and I'm gonna apply that on this part of the lid over the shade Harmony to give that some shimmer. And I think this is absolutely stunning. I feel like it's hard to go wrong with purple and brown eyes. This is one of my favorite colors to wear on the lids. It's a beautiful beautiful shimmer. This is not really a duochrome, but that is okay. Sometimes we don't need a duochrome situation. We just need to add a little shift and shine to the lid, and this is doing this for me. So this is the shade Choices. It's really pretty. Then we're gonna go in. I'm gonna actually clean this brush off, so I have a little bit of Cinema Secrets because I want to use the same brush actually. Final shimmer that I'm gonna be using in this look. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Connection, and I'm gonna use the same Singe Beauty brush, which I've just cleaned off, and we're gonna put this here, and this is gorgeous. That's really pretty. Look at that shimmer. So this is a duochrome shade. It does have some shifting to it, and as you can see, I'm tapping the color on and I'm just swiping it into the creases here. Do you see that? Because again, if I just swipe it on and I don't really kind of dig in there, it tends to lay on top, and then I end up having some gaps in the shadow. So I'm swiping and tapping this into inner corner of the lid as well, and this is where a lot of my eyelid dryness tends to reside. So I've been paying a lot of attention to the moisture levels. Guys, I'm trying to drink a lot more water too. That's one thing that I think is really important, is just starting on the inside, like drinking a lot of water and staying hydrated, because I love coffee, but I need to up my water intake. So I'm gonna go back in with the shade Choices on my finger and then just tap that on the lid. So I've laid my base with the brush, but I just want to go back in and just intensify that, and that's looking really gorgeous. And then a little bit more Connection. I'm just going in on with my pinky, and I'm gonna press that on the inner corner, and you can see like it just makes it a little bit more intense. It's a little tricky with my nail situation right now to place it where I want to, but as you can see, I'm getting it in there, and I'm gonna go back in with the brush and just put that color where I want it to go. But I really like how this has come out. It's soft, it's really pretty, very easy, very easy. So here's the first look with the palette. I'm going to put on some liner and some lashes, and I'm gonna just share some initial thoughts on this palette with you guys. All right, friends, so this is the finished look with the palette. I'm going to, continue using this palette. As you might be familiar with my channel, I do like to post a lot of my looks in short form. So if I end up getting another look done before posting this video, I'll either link it or you will be able to find it somewhere on my channel. I have a plethora of short form looks using a variety of palettes. So this one will be no exception, because as I mentioned earlier, we have a variety of color stories. I'm really keen to dig into this shade Blue, this Truth. This is so pretty, and I'm really excited for this one because I don't know if you guys follow Painted by Spencer, but he's just this incredible makeup artist. If you're watching my channel, you probably know who he is, but he is always posting really cool videos on TikTok as well, and he just did one where he did this kind of teal smoky eye, and I feel like this palette could help me accomplish a similar look. So that's something I definitely want to try. Of course, I really love greens. I would say overall for me as a girl with brown eyes, I love this color story. I love these shades. Like, I feel that this is a really great palette for someone with my complexion. I didn't have any issues with depth or opacity. Building the shades up, swatching them was really fun. Just referencing my past experience with Cosmic Beauty, I've had a really good experience with the looks that I've created using their palettes. And I think for, again, the price, the quality, this is a really good value, and I definitely recommend it. Again, make sure you use a content creator's code if you decide to pick this one up. I say that this is definitely a winner. I think it's a beautiful palette, and I think they did a really beautiful job with the concept, the color story, and the quality. So with that being said, guys, I would love to hear you sound off in the comments down below and let me know what you think about this palette. Is this one that you are interested in? As of right now, it's still available, which is really great because I know sometimes their palettes have launched and then immediately sold out. So I'm not gonna say that I know how many units or anything are available, but if you're interested in this one, I would pick it up while it's available, because sometimes the restocks can take a little bit of time, and I think this is a really great palette for spring springtime and beyond. So definitely think about picking this one up. So let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure to like this video if you enjoy content like this, and leave me a comment, guys. I love hearing from you. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel and be a part of my community. Now that housekeeping is out of the way, I have one more thing that I want to share with you. I did save this to the end of the video. So if you've stuck around and listened to me ramble up to this point, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting my channel. In case you were not aware, we recently reached 2,000 friends here, just over 2,000 subscribers, which I'm so grateful for. I appreciate you all so much. I have so much respect for everybody who decides to subscribe to my channel, because it means a lot for you guys to spend the time with me here, and you could be doing any number of things, but you've decided to hang out here with me, and I sincerely appreciate that, because I know your time is really valuable. So with that being said, I actually did pick up an extra one of these palettes. It's still in the box. I have not unwrapped it or anything like that. And I wanted to have a giveaway for you guys. So if you're interested in the palette, I'm going to have a Google Doc in the description box for you guys. There's going to be a link to a Google form. Your information is totally confidential. And the reason I do Google forms now is because unfortunately there's a lot of scammers out there. So if I just say, hey, leave a comment or leave your information down in the comments down below, sometimes you get spammed, unfortunately, or you have people who are scammers. So, and I don't want any of you also being contacted by anyone saying like, hey, you won the giveaway. So you're going to know that it's from me. It's going to come directly from my email address. I will not be asking for any financial information or anything like that. I'm just going to need to know your address. And with that being said, this is going to be open to the US, not out of a desire to exclude anyone. I would love to make this international. However, the last time I did it, I don't know what happened. Like, I had a giveaway. I gave away the Urban Decay Original Naked palette, and I had a winner, and this was on me. I didn't stipulate that I wanted to keep it in the US, and the winner was in the Philippines, which was not an issue, but it's incredibly expensive to ship overseas, and I don't foresee that changing or getting better anytime soon, unfortunately. So I shipped it to the person, and I don't know if it ever got to them. I never heard from them again, so I don't even know what happened, but hopefully they got their palette. But it costs a bit of money to get it to them without the assurance of them actually receiving it. So I don't really know, guys, what to say about that, other than it was a learning for me. It was a lesson for me to just keep the giveaway to what I could feasibly do and make sure that when a winner's selected, they actually get their prize. So I am really sorry that it's not international. It is for US viewers. It's for US viewers only. So I hope, to my international friends that do watch my channel, please, I hope this doesn't hurt your feelings or make you feel offended in any way. If at some point it is possible for me to do an international giveaway in a way that makes sense, I absolutely am happy to do that. Given the current situation, it's a little tricky. I'm going to make sure to review your entries very carefully, and if you want to add a little bonus to it, like, let me know that you're subscribed to my channel, and go ahead and follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. I always link all of that down below, and I will be notifying the winner sometime the week after this video goes up. So I'll probably keep the giveaway open for about a week, and hopefully you will really get to enjoy this palette, because it's really beautiful. And that was long. You guys deserve way more than I have right now. I'm hoping to do more in terms of giveaways at some point in the future, but I'm going to be including this palette and maybe some other goodies as well that I'll keep a surprise. Hopefully it'll be something really fun for whoever wins this. But just in general, thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, for supporting me. I get such amazing comments from you guys, such thoughtful comments from you guys, and I really appreciate it. And I do try to make time to respond to you in a timely manner, because I really appreciate you. It's a small channel and we're still growing over here. So everyone that takes the time to say something, it really does mean something to me. I really, really mean it. And I know I saw a really cool meme where someone had, I see a lot of content creators, unfortunately, kind of harping on how many followers they have or feeling like they're not growing fast enough. And I can totally appreciate that because a lot of work goes into quality content creation. But I saw a reminder in a meme that really has stuck with me, and it said something to the effect like, if in real life 20 people said that they really like you or they come up and compliment you, that would be huge. And that has really stuck with me. So even though I am a smaller channel, the fact that over 2,000 people are subscribing to my channel, that's incredible to me. Like if I were to like go out and like 2,000 people just came up to me, you guys came up to me in a hypothetical situation, I'd probably be actually overwhelmed, but like in a really, really like appreciative way. So I'm rambling now. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for continuing to support my channel. It means a lot to me. I'll have the giveaway details in the description box for you guys with a link where you can fill out the form if you would like to enter. Your information is completely confidential. After the giveaway closes, I delete all of that stuff. I don't keep it, and I don't share any of that information. So just please keep that in mind. Do what makes you feel comfortable, and just thank you so much for taking the time to participate if you so choose. So with that being said, I'm going to close this video out because I am very chatty apparently today. And just to say again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.